Oh, you're saying
non-traditional.
why does your job look? It's not traditional. To
One is
What
like
do you
I don't
mean you're not your job though? You said that.
like the same way that the person I am at home, like when I'm not the two pussy princess, when I'm chilling and relaxing and having a nice time and not having to think about like how I look on camera, what people are going to think of me, what I have to say, they're not the same person. She's actually kind of nice sometimes. And like, do you know, like, that's the person I want to be loved, and I want someone to love. I don't give a toss what people think about the two pussy princess. Yeah, hate me, love me. I've got a cool party trick. I have 2 vaginas. But like, the real person that what was like the person that I am outside of it, because it's not all real. That's the person that wants to be treated like a lady, that wants the door held open for. That wants the door held open for her. That wants to be loved and wants a man to embrace her and make her feel special.
And do you think that you had something? Go ahead.
I guess I'm trying to reconcile how you commodify something and sell it, and then it's something that does directly infringe into your personal life, because I would say your body is your personal life. I mean,
It's like acting.
but it's not like acting. I mean, it's acting. I feel like acting is very different than what we're talking about.
Can I chime in? I understand completely what she's saying, and I just feel like society makes it hard for people to differentiate between a person and their career or their job. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, but if you don't want to date someone who, you know, is any other profession, it's kind of like that's the hazard pay. As someone might not, you know,
I didn't say that. I didn't say like. I understand at the end of the day, my job, if they've got a problem with it, they've got a problem with it,
Right,
and they
that's not
don't
what
have to
she's
date
saying.
me. What I'm saying is that like the Annie Charlotte, my life that I live, that's not the girl I want people to love. The girl I want people to treat me right and make me feel special is the girl that isn't on camera.
But
I understand.
no one
These
said
are
you
not
couldn't be
disconnected
loved.
things.
What's difficult about it
How?
Because they're two completely different, like, it's like two completely different personalities.
But I mean, like, the qualities you have do play into the type of job that you get. So it's like,
I mean,
you are.
No, I can't.
Why? I
agree
could
with
have
that.
gone into something
can't
else. I
agree
just
with that.
wanted to go into this. I could have done a different job.
I just find it hypocritical to want to have all the benefits of a traditional man while
I'm
not
so
being
glad I'm not dating donated $100. I am not my job. Derek Chauvin should have used that argument in court with your logic.
Wow.
well, I mean, he's making a good point. He's making a good point. Like, you can't just disassociate yourself, the person, from the job. The person is in the job. They're still the person.
I don't think he made a good point at all, because he was on duty when he did what he did.
Yeah, but
So
he's still the person.
But are you not on duty when you're making OF content?
But that's not what she said, though. She said when she's not on camera, when she's not doing content, when she's not making
I think
videos.
everyone, regardless of what you do
So
for
it's
work,
different.
it deserves love and deserves a loving partner. But I think it's unrealistic to expect to be treated in a traditional way while not carrying yourself in a traditional way. I just find that
it's-
very hypocritical.
No, I don't I disagree with your opinion, because like we just talked about, there are women who are untraditional and they still get traditional treatment. So it's not unrealistic. It's just rare.
But you even stated you don't want long term.
Right, I don't.
That doesn't mean that's not going to change.
Right, just because I don't want a
But a
long-term relationship
traditional-
doesn't mean I don't want a man to treat me with traditional treatment.
there
It
is-
doesn't mean I don't want a man to
But there
court
is something
me.
that men, if you're looking for a guy to treat you traditionally, there is something that they're investing in. They're investing in a relationship. You know, it is
But
an
not all
investment.
men
Hold on,
do
let me
that.
finish
No,
my
you're
point.
right.
It's reciprocal.
Mike Davis donated $100. Brian, not gonna lie, we run that back. I'm letting you get mauled and I'm pulling out the popcorn too. I like big girl BC. We know she's a platinum Burger King costumer. She put spread in my pocket. Gratitude.
Sorry, Mike. I hate to break it to you, but I do not eat Burger King. That is not where I go. Chick-fil-A and Wendy's get all my money, baby.
What if it's
Sorry.
for
Oh, that was
freebies?
such a banger comment, though.
Disgusting. Burger King is disgusting. Okay.
please don't insult Mike Davis's.
I'm not insulting him. I'm
He's-
insulting.
Didn't he
the
just buy you a
food.
truck?
He didn't buy it.
Oh, okay.
If he did, would you eat it?
Look,
In support.
but look, I mean, look, doing like having nude photographs of yourself out there, sleeping with other men for work, porn. It's not traditional.
Right. We're
It's
not.
traditional.
I'm not
Well,
disagreeing with
she's
that.
saying that there's it's,
I'm not
that's her-
saying that.
Oh,
well,
that's,
actually, I
that's the
kinda-
basis of the conversation.
I really
Here.
wanted her
Well-
to finish her point though, because
Oh,
she
was there more?
she
Oh,
was
you're right. You're
getting
right.
at
Go ahead.
something,
Continue.
yeah.
Continue. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I was just saying that building up to the point of there's something reciprocal in relationships. And if you're looking for a traditional guy, I promise you that reciprocity and what they're investing into in time, in money, in paying for a date, in, it's all reciprocal. And it's different if you're a non-traditional guy versus a traditional guy, what you think you're investing in versus
Tracy
what
on
you're
Tilt
not.
donated $100. Which girl? I don't mean to be rude with my questions. I am merely curious with the choices you made and why. I pray you find God. In the meantime, don't put a spell on me, please. Stay blessed, haha, love ya.
I just do light magic, sweetheart. I don't do black magic.
All right. Thank you, Tracy. Go ahead with your point.
And so, like, where was I? The reciprocity is kind of what I was getting to, but really, it's like if love's what you want, then go for it. I guess the point here is, it changes what guys are willing to put into a relationship for people who are living traditionally and
Right.
not going down non-traditional paths. And that's not even a judgment on either one. It just, what it does is it creates an environment where all guys are bad guys. They don't want to put the effort in. They don't want to pay for the first date. I think that the nice guy trope is sad, because I think that guys have a biological tendency to want
Chuck
to do
trapped
that.
in the fishnets donated $106.69.
What?
Alexis looks like a high school dropout, fatherless, alcoholic, low-budget stripper, but I would still smash for show and hit from the back, even though the back shot wins probably smell like
What
SeaWorld.
the fuck?
I don't think I understood that.
Shark
I
trap
appreciate
in
the
fish.
silence from everyone.
The Meg lives on.
They really like to interrupt you with the TTSs. Did you have more?
They do. Well, I feel like I need to wrap it up now because they're coming
trying to
in. Yeah.
interrupt you,
No,
yeah.
it's really just that I think stuff that I think of is how it actually affects like a traditional path. And I feel as though guys, even if they are looking for a traditional woman, they look less, I feel as though they're less apt to put that value and put the time in if they think that it's just going to turn into some short-term thing and it's not going to be a long-term thing.
Okay.
Well, so can I want to dive in on this real quick. On the
You hate me. Yes.
I do, but anyway,
Yeah, I get it all the time.
all right. So how does a guy disassociate? Like, okay, he wakes up in the morning and he pours his coffee and he's like, "I'm gonna go to work, honey," and you're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go f dudes." Like, how would he disassociate you, the girl with the Dreamweaver, in the background, from the you who goes and gets like, double hump during the day? Like, how do you get away from this?
I don't know. I haven't met him yet. And I hope I do. But the thing is, not yet, because I'm so not ready to settle down. I'm in my technically prime of my career. I'm gonna be.
Can somebody just read it?
Says, "I'm not my job. I've heard so many 304s go on about how they love being violated, thrown around, and used as rags. Don't fool yourself, redhead."
Oh, okay, thank you. Don't fool yourself, redhead. I do like that. Yes. I do. Who doesn't? Am I supposed to not want that?
I personally don't like being but that's just me.
Oh, not actually. Sorry, I don't mean like I want to
another
be violated. I mean in the sense in the bedroom.
You want me to read it, Brian?
This is no.
Oh, okay.
I like to be thrown around in the bedroom, but I also like to be. Why can't things be separate? Like, why can't I want a nice guy to like the other me and do my job, and then also have nice intimacy that sometimes can be rough and sometimes can be nice. Like, you can like but I don't really understand why, because I do my job. I didn't really understand that comment. What were they trying to say to me?
They're still diving in on the disassociation. So they're just saying, how does anybody disassociate you from the fact that you say, well, this is just a job? It's like, okay, I get it that you think of it as just a job, but how do I disassociate you, the person, from what it is you do? Like,
because you get
Bob
to
the
know
Builder,
the actual
right?
me.
He's Bob the Builder,
but you
and you're
get
like,
to know
girl, the only fan. You know what I
But you
mean?
get to know the actual me, because obviously the online personality that I have isn't the real me. Like the home me that like goes on dog walks every day and loves my mum unconditionally and cries all the time sometimes.
Yeah,
but
those are
doesn't-
all aspects of you.
Yeah, that I don't show online.
Yeah, but those other things are also aspects of you.
Yes, but they're two different, separate. Like the one
They're
is
not
a work.
separate. They're both you.
Well, they are though, because when you get into this kind of industry, it's not like you put your full self out there. There is a second. You have to have a second skin. Being online is so hard. You have to take all the like mean comments, all the everything.
Nobody else is having sex but you, right? It's you. You're
well, I
doing
have two,
that.
so technically one can do that,
yeah,
and the other
but
one doesn't
it's
have
you,
to.
and then
then maybe.
yeah, I'm just saying it's you, and then it's also you. It's still you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see what I see where you're going with it, and I understand. But I think what she's trying to say is that when we log on or when we make our videos and things like that, it's a fantasy that we're selling. So in our mind, because this is a job, this is something that we're doing to get paid, that's not all that we are. You know what I'm saying? To people out here,
I
that's
agree.
what we are to them. But you know, when
Yeah,
we
I
have
agree.
conversations like this, we say, yeah, we're not just that. We're not just our job. That's the point.
Yeah,
that she's trying
I
to
understand what you're saying there too. You're saying, look, there's other aspects of me besides just this type of sex work that I do.
make. Right.
I get it, but you also have to own the fact that it's also you doing the sex work.
No, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
agree
not.
with
I'm
you.
not.
I
I'm not
agree with you
disagreeing
on
that. I'm not disagreeing that. I'm trying to ask a man to completely dissociate them, but I am asking for like. He's got to accept my job. At the end of the day, it's not going to work out. But I am asking for him not every time he look like. I'm asking for the respect you get doing your job. As you just said, no one's going to love us. No one's going to respect us. But I'm just saying the at-home me that sits down and sits through a movie with my partner, she wants some respect. She wants some love. And that was all I was saying.
Can I interject? But I mean, it's the truth though. A lot of these guys, they don't care what a whore has to say. You know, it's the truth. Like, they don't care. So even if you spill your guts out, when they watch this, they're gonna be looking like, shut your whore up. You know?
Literally.
So it's like,
Okay.
at the end of the, I mean, it's the truth though. They don't care because we are the tainted meat, and they see us as lower than. You know, I see people comments. I read through a lot of stuff, and they don't care that you want to be loved when
No.
you go home. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you already have to come to that realization
yeah.
and say, I don't give a shit.
Well,
if I
that-
got-
that
Yeah,
isn't-
I feel like that's definitely true. But
But
I
isn't
feel
there
like,
motivation actually for reformation? So since it's
For-
like
to what?
the motivation of shame is usually for reformation. So the motivate now there's just some people who are just fucking mean. I agree, right? There's just some mean people
Yes,
out
yes,
there.
Absolutely.
But I think for the most part, shame has a place in society is trying to reform people out of behavior
It is-
that you
that's
would
true.
prefer to not see.
Correct.
Right?
Right, yeah.
And so if the social shame, always the stigma is towards the sex work, isn't that a
I mean,
form
but
of
it's people
social
who wanna see
reformation?
it, though. What about the people who do want to see it? I mean, y'all speaking on
Yeah, I
everybody
get
who
it.
dislike it, but there's not going to be.
Yeah, but they're trying to shame those people too.
That's
well,
fine.
but that stuff's been like since. I like to get onto the point of it's been since the beginning of